Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice, where we love to play board games and talk about them.
Ooh, and I love it when I'm wrong. I judged this game pretty hard.
This is definitely going to be a case of judging a book by its cover and shockingly surprising us on what our thoughts were on Tag Team. So if that has you intrigued and you want to know more, then just keep watching.
Alrighty, so in front of us we have Tag Team, which is a brand new game by Scorpion Musk. I've never known how to pronounce it, but it has a nice apostrophe. But it is a Hachette publisher who publishes games here in the US, and Tag Team is a auto battler, deck builder kind of programming game. What that means is you're going to be stacking up cards and you're going to run them in order, and once they're like set into that order, the fates are sealed. However, every turn you're going to be drawing 3 cards and adding 1 more card into the mix somewhere in that deck, offsetting the rest of those cards and changing the fate of how the battle goes. So a little bit of memorization, a little bit of coordination between 2 characters because it is a tag team battle, it's 2v2, and a little bit of knowing your opponent's next move.
So in this little box, you are going to get 12 characters, and they are going to range in complexity. So they have simpler ones and then raising to pretty complicated as you go on, and you're going to draft those 2 characters to begin the game. Now, this game is surprisingly packs a punch. I think when we both saw this game, we both had different opinions. I think we both thought, oh, it's another fighting game. There's like so many different types of fighting games.
And we already have, there's Dice Throne, there's Unmatched, there's Smash Up, there's kind of games that feel like they fill this general space.
But I loved the card stacking element of this game, and it is, I feel like, really stands its own place in the battle game arena, and it's one of those games, like, I played it the first time, I was like, no, it's pretty good, and now we keep playing it, and I'm like, wow, I really enjoyed this game and the 2-player aspect you get with it.
Yeah, let's talk about what's different. So, I mean, first of all, 10-15 minutes, so it's really quick play style. So you're gonna just jump in and play. Drafting's fun. We each pick a character, we hand each other the rest of the deck, and then we each pick a character from that. Basically, when you turn over your cards, the character that you're targeting, it's not your choice, it's the character who they played their card for on the other team. So your opponent that you're attacking is the one that they've also drawn a card for. So your opponent's constantly changing. You might have a thing where you got to stack something on someone and then you got to activate it. It's really hard to activate it if they keep making you target the other opponent. So a lot of this like kind of cat and mouse, if you've played those games where you're trying to like hide your character and not let them guess which window you're behind or things like that, it feels a little bit like that too, which trying to be evasive in this game is also very fun, I think.
Yeah, it becomes a memory game of sorts too, because in like you're saying, like a bluffing game, there's just lots of different elements of style of play in this. Like the memory game, like people that are good at card counting might have like a better chance than others, but there is that element of they're going to put a new card in, which is going to mix up the whole order.
I would say the good balance for that is that the characters that reward your memory, like you really got to like stack something and then activate it, are generally higher complexity characters. So you can really do well if you like manage to memorize things and figure out where things are and can guess. But it's so difficult that when you mess up, it's punishing. It's like, Shango, for instance, is all about, you gotta light your characters on fire, but as soon as you switch targets, the fire has to start over. So I think that they balance that pretty well, where the more basic characters are just like, run and gun, I'm gonna hit you and heal and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say you're completely right, especially like playing many of the characters now. It's like, and I would highly recommend, if you're going to play this, once you understand the characters a little bit and want to up that complexity, having one character that's a lower complexity and then another character that is a higher complexity, because doing both 2 complex characters at once, it really takes like a challenge in those counting. But I think it's great that the game lends itself to like bringing those up, and it does seem very well balanced. I think one of the most impressive thing about this game compared to other fighting games is how much is in this box with such like there's 12
the single box,
people,
120 cards, they're 10 character decks.
And like this box is small, and I feel like every single character is so different, and a lot of them have like different like tokens that you're going to use, and it's
life
not that
stealing, there's traps,
they just do a really good job of reusing some of the main components, but then I feel like almost every character gets like a unique element to them. To me, when there's like Unmatched and like dice thrown and stuff, it's like 2 characters in like a box that's like this size. And for the fact that you get like so much in this, I just think it was well done.
It is a really strong opening set for them, for sure. And I say opening because there's a little like 2026 coming soon. It looks like Excalibur and the Sword in the Stone. So maybe there'll be some IP type. Well, not IP. I guess that would be public domain at this point.
Public domain at this point.
King Arthur, perhaps.
Real
more like
mainstream, more well-known characters.
Let's talk about the characters, though.
Yeah,
these characters have a lot of like character to them. Like you can.
Yes, I think the people over at Scorpio Masque did a really good job at coming up with these unique world-building characters.
World building. That's a good word.
Each character has a lot of depth, and you can just feel that there's a lot of background and thought gone into all the characters and like their power. And I always admire when people do that and they're able to come up with a whole world in like a single like set of cards, because they're not able to pull from any theme source. So the fact that I am not able to base this on any like theme per se, which is like normally what I really like, the fact that they really like committed to it and it wasn't just like a generic like fighter person. It felt like each character was like well thought out. I really appreciated that.
Oh yeah. Like I like Qingxi, the pirate captain. Mephisto is this like black and white, has a serpent that has 2 heads kind of thing back and forth.
And I felt like I really learned about...
You got to flip-flop between dark and light.
I learned about who that character was playing through the cards.
Yeah. They can drag you to hell and all this crazy... There's really cool, crazy characters. But... frustratingly...
So before... Hold on. I think... So let's talk about why... Okay, we said at the intro that we judged this game and we didn't think it was going to be good. So let's talk about why that is, because we have addressed that it's a really great game and I think you should give it a chance. Now, why didn't we think that? Why were we at first saw this and almost turned to the side? I think it's to do with the box cover and probably the 2 characters that they chose for the front of the box. This is completely 100% our opinion. We're just telling you why we thought this. You might have seen this box and been like,
it's important
that is for me. But because I think in gaming, it's really this beautiful harmony of when art and math come together and storytelling. And so the 2 characters that they chose, I just feel like they weren't maybe the right choice. I think these 2 are the most generic, I think, of like all the characters they could have chosen.
Wang Fei Hung, who is a martial artist. Hoya. And then we have Joan of Arc, presumably, because they talk about St. Michael and stuff, but you have a paladin. So you have a paladin from the generic fantasy universe, and you have a kung fu guy from like the generic fighter universe. And it's a fighting game. There's a lot of fighting games out there, pretty saturated space. Why is this not like, Mama Bridget, the like voodoo queen, and then like Mephisto, Lord of Darkness? Like, I don't know, I feel like
they were trying to play it safe, but in that sense it made it seem a lot like other
very generic
games.
Yeah, and it's cool to have those characters. They're fun characters, and the paladin is so strong. She heals and is like a super good support character to have. But,
I think that the 2 characters on the front, along with the title of the game, the tag team, it makes sense. It's you and I we're the characters. We're like tagging off of each other, playing off of our powers to benefit each other. I don't know. There's just something about tag team. It just didn't. It felt generic. I don't know. It didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the name works, but maybe especially if you're choosing to have future sets, perhaps a subtitle. It's like tag team. Battle of the legends, or I feel like that's what it needed. Was like what is in this box? I mean, there's group characters like the Wild Bunch and the Fey Folk are like multiple characters on the same team. You got like Bodvar, this like Norse dude who can turn into a bear. I mean, it's very cool. But yeah, I really think that the vision didn't land on the box art that we saw hanging all over Gen Con. And honestly, we would not have this game if we hadn't been given a review copy of it from them. And it's almost like, whoa, we almost like didn't ever play this game. And now it's like the kind of thing we would consider for like a games for couples video.
Yeah. But that being said, Sometimes I think maybe a game deserves some time to like look into it. If there seems to be a lot of people talking about it or the publisher is really pushing it, you can look into it and see if you think it's a right fit for you. If you're looking for a great fighting, like a game that like, I just really like the deck building, would you say?
Of this game?
Yeah, is that what you call it? Like the deck building aspect?
Your deck never changes orders, but you get to like build cards into it.
I like that better than like the shuffling and the blind. It like the blind draw. It just was a fun element to it. And so I would say if you're on the fence about checking out Tag Team, I would say give it a try. I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad that we did end up getting to pick it up, and we'll continue to play it.
You can't go wrong with this box size.
No,
it's great.
Not going to take up a lot of room. So yeah, tag team, yeah.
All right, so we're tagging you in, team. Go by Tag Team.
Yes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much to Hachette for providing us with this game so we can take a look at it and let you guys know what we thought about it. Surprise hit from us. So you will be seeing this definitely in some future videos for some top couple games, I would say. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know whenever we put out a new video. And we'll see you next time.
Happy playing.